Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. OKA principals were in Kakamega today. And in public, they are trying to depict a picture that everything is good and fine. But behind the scenes, there is world war. There is war, yes. And the disagreements in OKA is between Kalonzo Musyoka and Musalia Mudavadi. From the side of Musalia Mudavadi, they believe that Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Odinga are in private talks. Yes, they believe Kalonzo and Raila are in private talks. Secondly, Musalia Mudavadi's side, they believe that OKA was mooted by Kalonzo. It was a Kalonzo Musyoka idea, and so anything can just go bad. Those are the disagreements or grievances by Musalia Mudavadi's side. On the side of Kalonzo Musyoka, they are accusing the Musalia Mudavadi side of already reserving a name with the Registrar of Political Parties, a name Kenya Kwanza Alliance, through Malala. So Kalonzo believes that Mudavadi is just in OKA to buy time, while they have already reserved a name of an alliance with the Registrar of Political Parties. Those are the grievances and the disagreements causing a split in OKA. So in this video right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to really understand what these things or this drama mean politically as far as OKA politics is concerned, Raila Amolo Odinga politics is concerned, and 2022 politics also concerned. That's our analysis and discussion today. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. Thank you. God bless you. Straight away to our analysis and discussion. Let's start with this talk of a negotiation between Kalonzo and Raila Amolo Odinga. Because Musalia Mudavadi side are accusing Kalonzo of that. I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, and also Kalonzo's closest allies, Daniel Manzo and Makueni Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., they have also come out to admit that indeed Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Amolo Odinga are in private talks. That's something that Kalonzo's allies have admitted. But on the same breath, they have also stated clearly that the negotiations are still not yet complete. There are some things that have not been resolved there. Because according to them, they feel that the running mate position is no longer available to them. And that maybe Raila Amolo Odinga is keen on picking a running mate from Mount Kenya. That's Kalonzo's Musyoka side. They admit negotiations are ongoing, but they are also trying to paint a bleak picture, that they might not get the position of Raila's running mate. Yes. So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? The mere fact that Kalonzo Musyoka's men are coming out to admit that they might not get the position of Raila's running mate, but still they are willing to talk and negotiate, I think that's a very big boost for Uhuru and Raila's side. Because now, with Kalonzo's backing, and then maybe Raila are picking a running mate from Mount Kenya or whichever, and then with Kalonzo's backing, I tend to feel that the game is short now. The game is over. Because that largely, if Kalonzo agrees to support Raila Odinga, then largely NASA of 2017 is almost intact. Because even without Musalia Mudavadi, I tend to believe Raila will take good care of the Western, of the Mulembe vote. But with Kalonzo supporting Raila Amolo Odinga, largely about 90% or 80% of NASA's 2017 support is almost guaranteed. So it's a very big boost for Raila Amolo Odinga and even Uhuru Kenyatta if Kalonzo can work or support Raila Amolo Odinga. And then on the thing, or rather on the discussion that Musalia Mudavadi has already reserved a name, Kenya Kwanza Alliance, with the Register of Political Parties, I tend to believe also, ladies and gentlemen, that that's also a genius move from Musalia Mudavadi's side. Because Kenyans can still remember what transpired in the year 2007. In the year 2007, Kalonzo Musyoka, Raila, Mudavadi, William Ruto, they were all in ODM Kenya. And then one person by the name Daniel Manzo refused, or rather, he ran away with ODM Kenya. Because Daniel Manzo was a very close Kalonzo Musyoka ally at that time. So Manzo wanted Kalonzo to be ODM Kenya's presidential candidate. So he ran away with ODM Kenya and he forced the likes of Raila Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi, and William Ruto to look for an alternative party. That's how they just came up with ODM party. So in 2007, we had ODM Kenya and also ODM party. So learning from maybe experience, I tend to believe that Musalia Mudavadi's side, they don't want to take chances because this is politics. Anything can happen. So in the event that Kalonzo Musyoka and his team refuses with that OKA alliance, then Musalia Mudavadi and his team can just have a fallback plan. In this case, Kenya Kwanza Alliance. Yes. So that's also a genius move. But as to where it's taking Musalia Mudavadi, that's another discussion, something that we have been really discussing in this YouTube channel on a daily basis. Because I personally believe that without Raila Amolo Odinga, then Musalia Mudavadi is largely just a shell in Western Kenya. Musalia has the best chance of building his political brand in Western, or rather in Mulembe Nation, by working with Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes. And then also Kalonzo Musyoka's side, they feel that the inclusion of Cyrus Jirongo into OKA alliance is also causing some kind of grievances or disagreements. Because as OKA stands today, we have Kalonzo Musyoka, we have Gideon Moi, we have Musalia Mudavadi, Wetangula, and now Jirongo. We have three leaders or other principals all coming from Western. So in the event that the coalition now decides to field, or rather to find their candidate through negotiation or consensus, then you can see it's going to be something like a Western affair, because it will be now 3 against 2. So these 3 Western principals can just decide to support one amongst them, or they can decide to tilt the scale to whichever side they so wish. So Kalonzo Musyoka's side, they are also uncomfortable with the inclusion of Cyrus Jirongo into the alliance. And that's also reasonable, because again, this is a game of politics. This is not church business. Because if you look at the 2 topmost protagonists, Kalonzo and Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo believes it's the best bet. Musalia Mudavadi also believes it's the best bet. So nobody here is willing to leave it for one another. Kalonzo believes it's the best. Musalia Mudavadi believes it's the best. But from where I sit, I likely tend to feel that Kalonzo and Raila, they might be reaching a consensus very, very soon. They might be reaching a consensus very, very soon. The only problem here is still maybe Musalia Mudavadi. And this is something I've always described in this YouTube channel as a last-minute ditch mistake. Musalia Mudavadi seems to be making that mistake in every election cycle. If in this election is with Raila, the next election is not with Raila. So that is a cycle that maybe Musalia Mudavadi is just repeating in each and every election. Because there are very clear signs as of today that most likely Musalia Mudavadi is maybe keen on going it alone, or is not coming out as somebody who is really keen on supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. But again, you know, one day in Kenyan politics, it's like the biblical 1,000 years. Anything can happen any minute, any time. So it's still too early to maybe say that these OKA principles will not all support Raila. Because something also tells me that eventually they might all just decide to support Raila Molo Odinga candidature. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much for today on that topic, but in our next video, we shall really talk about this thing of Raila's running mate that is now going to, there are very likely possibility that Raila's running mate might go to maybe Mount Kenya. But I don't think or believe that's the best alternative. Though that's largely my opinion, but it's also sometimes very, very unpopular opinion in this YouTube channel. But we shall dissect and see why I don't really believe that Mount Kenya is the best place where Raila should get his running mate for. That's a discussion for another day. So, ladies and gentlemen, just as I did indicate when we were starting, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like, please. To those who are watching us outside Kenya for the very, very first time, drop a comment and let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. Drop a comment, please. And to our fans and subscribers in this YouTube channel, I'm very, very much humbled with the kind of support you are giving me here by constantly giving our videos likes on a daily basis and also by constantly dropping your comments on a daily basis. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.